Okay. Hopefully we're all good. Excuse me. Alright. Let's hop into the thing. Oh yeah, I need to do the live thing, my job. This is the live thing, yes. Right, so, hello. Hello. And welcome to a new little thing. New live stream. And up and mining all the ore. So yes, welcome to another live stream in Star Citizen. So that should be everything. Cool. Yes, so welcome to a live stream. So apologies, we're slightly later than intended, but don't worry, we shall endeavor nonetheless. So we are here to do some Star Citizen mining. And I've actually found myself in a bit of a conundrum. When I say conundrum, is it USA? We're gonna go with the US first, though. I'm hoping that because it's like 1 o'clock their time, it should be still reasonably decent timing on the servers. So no, today we're gonna be doing some mining. Some little bits of Bob mining. I was in two minds whether or not I was going to do some more. I was in two minds if I was going to do some mining some Star Citizen, or if I was going to continue with EDF. But considering that I wanted to kind of pace out EDF a bit, I was like, you know what, we need to mine. We do actually need to mine. Yes, so I've been doing some mining and some sort of minding my own business. No pun intended. And it was pretty much just wanting to have a bit of a chill on that one, because post Invictus launch week, we are now there's no more Invictus launch week, so that's it. We are free. We are free from the event, which is pretty cool. But obviously, it is what's the phrase? We now have to deal with that, which is all right. Not the end of the world. So, still, hopefully you guys are having a pretty good week so far. My week's been kind of okay. Had a couple of rough days at work, but hopefully it's one of those things. You get those days where you don't exactly fuck up royally. Like, you're not at the point where you've actually made a really big mistake, which is like categorically bad, but you have occasional sort of mishaps, which kind of just little bits here and there. That's just how it is, how I feel. So yeah, it's been fairly rough, but at the same time I can't complain because there's much better stuff. There's much worse situations that some people have been in. God, it's really kind of hard to describe it without sounding arrogant. Well, no, it's not really. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, again, there have been some good, there's been some bad, but I'm humble enough to realize that there is always someone in the shit. So I can't really complain. Warning labels. Oh wow, GG. Sorry, I just found some news on my phone that apparently Canada, off-topic random news story, is going to put warning labels directly onto cigarettes. GG. I kind of feel sorry for smokers. Who left a pile of bodies? GG. Christ almighty. But yeah. So, still, so far I've been having some. So yes, we're going back into Star Citizen. Post Invictus launch week has been kind of alright. Like, like the festivities and events have been kind of laggy, sort of. I don't know. Like, I've been having some problems with mining. Sadly, I've lost a couple of bits of cargo. Some cargo runs to some wonderful Star Citizen bugs. Speak of the devil. Just everything went black, and I'm like, exactly my point. Oh, Christ. I mean, what was it? I probably need to just delete my user folder, perhaps. I don't really want to, but I feel like I'm going to have to. Though I'm going to kind of wait until 3.19.1 show up, because then that way I think I'll probably be more or less safe. Because the problem is, if you delete your user folder, it also resets your controls, and it resets your... and it also resets a number of other options as well. So it's like, I really don't want to have to do that constantly for every single patch I do. Wonderful. Oh, I needed that. But still, apart from that, I've just been trying to earn some money with the new mining system. So, 319 has brought some pretty... Oh, okay. 319 has been bringing some... let's get off the rock. 319 has been bringing some pretty cool mining changes, which I'm really looking forward to. Well, I'm really enjoying right now, and I'm looking forward to being able to do more of the same when it comes to the next few mining runs. Though I am having to relearn how to do mining. So, for example, now we've got the case where mining, the equipment I've got now is actually kind of shit, which I was a bit disappointed to hear. But yeah, it kind of is shit now, which is okay.
Nearing next stop.
I did hear about the fact that the trams were now not working as well as they should be. Oh god. Little bit frightening. Game. I don't exactly want to fall and lose myself.
Careful, doors
Fuck
are now
it.
closing.
Oh, this is very jank. I'm just gonna go to this for a few seconds whilst I'm waiting for it to all load in. Right, so anyway, whilst we're waiting for everything to load, we'll wait for a few minutes, and then if it doesn't load, then I'll just go back to the menu and we can restart. Star Citizen. Unfortunately, Star Citizen's been having a series of controversies, or at least, you know, the people are getting a bit pissy with Star Citizen, which is not the best of news, I'll be honest with you. They didn't earn as much as... well, to be fair, they didn't earn as much this Invictus launch week as before. I think it was like, what, 8... They had like about, what, 20,000 or something like that? Sorry, 20,000. 20 million, like 21 million or so last year. And this year, they've not done nearly as well at all, which is a bit of a shame. And oh yeah, and unfortunately, as a result, the is it not going to load? As a result, so I think they earned about 18 point something million this year, and they have like not been doing as well, which is not so good. I'll be honest with you. Confiscate contraband. Oh yeah, there's a jump tower. There we go. Ew. No, if we just waited. There we go. Just wait the screen. I teleported. I waited, and I got my reward. A functioning station. Yo. Right. I'm gonna go to the other elevator. I know I take my life in my hands when I require an elevator in a semi-buggy planet. Okay. It's just... The real question is whether or not I'm going to be able to get off this planet. Oh, yep. There we go. Yay. Because obviously the issue... Oh, God. The issue we have right now is... There we go. Perfect. Right. There we go. Oh, hello. Security 01. Yeah, so hopefully the particular, the ASOP pads are going to be fixed. As I said, Star Citizen has been, ever since 318 dropped, Star Citizen has definitely taken a hit in its popularity. because of just how bad 318 dropped. 319 went a long way to recover it, which is good. Like, I will say, in comparison to how bad 318 was, 319 has most definitely done some good to repair it. However, I can't really say that it's been... It's recovering. I'd still say that I think 319 did a lot to, you know, recover things. But at the same time, we're still in the throngs of recovering from 318. And it's not helping that we're constantly having updates and, you know, like constantly having events and stuff. Like, we had 319 for, what, a few weeks? And then the Invictus launch week happened. You know, or like we've had 319, so we've had like, you know, now, and of course, you know, we've got the Jump Town event going on, which doesn't seem to be as bad as others, but in a sense it's not as a big of an event. So, you know, we've got that. We've got, you know, we had the Invictus launch week, and then of course we're going to be having the Alien week coming up, and it's just like, can we just have a point where they're not doing anything? Just no special event, and just focus on fixing things is what, you know, would be a good idea, or at least what I would personally like to see. Right. Hello. I see someone has also suffered at the hands of this game. As said, I love Star Citizen. I love it to bits, but that does not mean I love everything that it does. No, we're gonna increase it to... There we go. Right, let me quickly have a look at the thing. Unfortunately, we haven't got... Oh, although unfortunately we don't have a huge amount of cash with us. Right. Left off a little bit. There we go. But yeah, so I love Star Citizen. I definitely feel it's on the right track, and under no circumstance. Well, to be fair, I find it irritating when people constantly complain about it being as a scam. It's like, oh, it's a scam. I'm like, dude, have you not seen what Blizzard are doing to Overwatch? Have you not seen what Days Gone was? Like, you know, we've got tangible, actual scams right in front of you. Multi-million-dollar company claims that the resources they would take to make a PvE mode is too difficult for it, despite being one of the largest game corporations in... well, gaming in general, and they're claiming that it's too difficult to make a fucking PvE mode, and you know, and yet Star Citizen's a scam. I mean, good God. I'm not saying Star Citizen is free from criticism. I'm just saying it shouldn't be criticized. I'm just saying that if people still say that Star Citizen's a scam, I'm sorry, but no, no. It's not a scam. It's a fucking... It's a project that's taking a bloody while, that's for sure, but at the same time, we've still got tangible gameplay. Christ. To be fair, I can't wait for the... to be fair, I am kind of hoping that once the game... I really am curious as to what, you know, will happen when this game comes out. Like, when Squadron 242 comes out, and then, you know, it's like... The only thing I imagine is guys are like, oh, it took you long enough. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Wasn't this a scam a while ago? That'll be that'll be a... I mean, as petty as it sounds, that would be a great middle finger. Just to be like, oh, sorry, you're not allowed to talk about this game, or you're not allowed to play this game because you thought it was a scam. Bye-bye. Oh, Christ. I forgot to get the drink. It's fine. It would mean I'd have to stay on the planet. Hey ho. But anyway, that's my ramble rant over. I'm feeling in a slightly like grumpy-ish mood. People were irritating today. You've ever had those days where you deal with people and you're like, I want to stab you? Or preferably find the nearest object and whack you with it until there's not much left but brain matter. But, you know, people complain about that. I mean, not the literal thought, because that would be a real pain in the ass to have to explain and clean up. But, you know, the imagination being there, that's nice. That's a nice feeling. And we're really quiet with the with the quantum again. Ah, yes! I actually forgot to talk about my new ships. Right, this is one of my new ships. The Freelancer Max. Which, despite my absolute hatred of that fucking turret on the back area, this particular ship is probably one of the only versions of the Freelancer series that I readily like and love. Like, this is one of the series that I honestly do like. And when I say honestly like, I don't hate the Freelancer series, but I feel that the Freelancer series is in very much need of a redesign. Like, this cockpit is a beautiful example of what I mean by bad design in terms of cockpits. Because in order to see over the fucking edge, I'm going to need a pair of binoculars and maybe even a telescope, depending on how I feel. In addition to the telescope, the cockpit is kind of... Hang on. Oop. There we go. So in addition to the cockpit requiring a giant fucking telescope to even see beyond it, we also have the issue of... that the MFDs are kind of shit, because you've got one which is blocked by your arm. Like, literally, my entire self-status is being blocked by the fucking design of the wheel. So it's like, great job, CIG. You made a ship that's kind of hard to fucking use. Because logic, apparently, is a difficult thing to... Again, the logic, whoever designed this, didn't really think too much about it in the first place. So, you know, the MFD test is a complete it's a complete waste of time. Because, well, how the fuck are you supposed to... see what the hell your ship status is without changing the screen? And look, and the communication thing as well for my targeting array. It's like, good job, guys. Honestly. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to delete my user folder. I might just have to delete my user folder, and I'm probably going to have almost none of the bugs and issues. It's just, I don't want to do it. There we go. Give it time, patience, and you will go far. Right. But yeah, so the Freelancer Max is the only exception to... and obviously also the real problem when it comes to Freelancer series is that fucking turret at the back. Because the Freelancer turret... is basically... Yeah, basically the Freelancer turret at the back makes any kind of vehicular usage extremely difficult to... Any kind of vehicular transportation is extremely difficult to put into the back of this thing because the two prongs of the turret stick out, making it almost impossible for you to do anything. So, you know, it sucks. Really fucking sucks. Also, you have basically the cockpit, which I'd also completely redesign. You've got a pilot, co-pilot, and then you have these two back seats as if you're in some kind of RV as well. So, overall, I would say the Freelancer is in dire need of a complete rehaul as a retrofit and design. In order to be decent. Like, there are decent things about this ship. The ability to look up in the cockpit, I like. You've got a pretty reasonable amount of view, despite needing binoculars to see out the front. And the holographic display does look kind of cool. I will admit that. The design externally is okay. Again, either remove or move the turret further up the the ship towards where the docking collar is, and then remove whatever the fuck that scoop thing is, because it doesn't really serve any purpose other than to look daft. Then replace the air dock on either to the side or whatever. Change where the guns are located, so maybe instead of it being on the sides there, you have one up at the top, one down below. And you probably will be in a pretty decent position to make the Freelancer completely fucking redesign the front section of the Freelancer's turret. And I'm fairly convinced you can make something decent of this aircraft. But until then, it's a fucking nightmare. But no, the Freelancer Max is one of the only sort of designs, I would say, in the Freelancer lineup that I personally quite like. Primarily because... Oh boy, I overshot. There's a prospector in my landing pad. Come on. How am I supposed to land? There's a prospector. Oh, no, there is. Right. So there's a prospector. It's not my prospector, but there is a prospector. Wait, if I shoot this...
Caution. Target friendly.
Well, it's not friendly, is it? But if I land in here... I can probably nudge it. It's probably someone taking off. Yeah, someone not really knowing how to land. And the game not kicking them out yet.
Caution. Target friendly.
Isn't it a derelict? Or not? The fuck? Well, he's in my fucking way.
Landing successful. Engines off.
They really need to get rid of that. Right, well, luckily for me, there should be a terminal I can pay my crime stat off. And I luckily was in the pad, so oh, I'm a little bit edgy now. Oh, we got a 30k. Dude. I'm sensing it. Fuck me. Yep, there's the 30k. Well, actually, this could be good. But for God's sake. Yep, there's the 30k. Lost connection to the game server. Right, well, let's hop back in. Player is unstowed. I realized. They really should make derelicts, like, easily able... Like, they should make derelicts not a violation to destroy. Like, if you have a ship that's derelict, you know, coming up as white on the screen, you should be able to destroy them. It doesn't matter. It should be, as soon as you see a derelict... Anyone can do anything to them because there's no player. There's no benefit to anyone it being there. And if in my particular case there was no reason for that prospector to be there, I should have rights to blow the fucker up. Because it's like, yeah, this wanker is in my way. I need him to go. So I should be able to do that. Then again, I also think we should get the track. I think once the tractor beams come out, we should have a towing service being put into place. But yeah, so hopefully we'll wake up in the pad thing, and I can just quickly pay off my crime stat and be like, yep, I'll pay the fine, whatever you want me to pay, I'll do it. Because that was kind of bull. And yeah, we'll try and earn some living again. But no, like I will say, 3... I'm really hoping it is just putting me in the right location. I mean, we got disconnected because of a 30k, so... I was hoping to do US servers because it's middle of the day for them, so it should mean that the servers aren't as busy. But maybe I should have just gone with EU. Oh, there we go. Right, yes, I have a crime stat. Not my fucking fault. If a prospector is in my fucking way, I deserve every right to shoot the wanker out of the sky. Right. So we can't spawn a ship yet because I need to pay my crime stat. I think you can pay your crime stats off with the crime thing, so it's fine. We've only got a level 1. If anything, I've got a minor crime stat for slightly harassing the... things, so... I might not be able to get the thing that I wanted to get in the first place. I'm avoiding trying to do combat missions at the moment because I want to see if I can earn some credits just by right, where's the admin's office? It's been a while since I've had a crime stat. Oh, there's weapons here. Nice. Well, if we'd... Oh, really? How many people are in there? Jesus Christ. Let's see. Ooh, White Gallant. Been a while since I've seen these. Boneyard Edition. I do like the Boneyard Edition. Ah, there's the perfect one. Boneyard Edition. I miss the old Gallant. I wish they would bring the old Gallant back. And when I say old Gallant, the old Gallant used to be... a really good assault rifle, because you could get it firing a 5-round burst, or yeah, you could either have 5-round burst, or you could have armistice violation 20,000. Oh, I could surrender. No, I'll just pay the fine. 20,000. Fucking hell. Right. Do I have a crime stat? No, I don't. Right, that's a 20,000... 20,000, fucking hell, that's an expensive... That's an expensive glitch that fucked me over, but okay. Lesson learned, don't shoot the fucking ships, even though they're derelict and shouldn't really be controlled by anyone. Anyway, so, yeah, no, the Gallant, old gear Gallant, is... The old school Gallant was really good, because what you could have was a full auto which fired at about 550 rounds per minute, but it was a solid piece of kit that basically, if you had the EM... I might grab it, just because, you know, sentimental value. 104,000, that's fine, I can afford that. Oh, E-mod Stabilizer 2, fuck yes! Nice! Yes, I will buy a couple of those. We don't see the limits, we don't see it on the fucking counter. Great. Right, no, what was it? Yeah, the Boneyard. We need Gallant ammo as well. Right, attachments. Personal weapons. Gallant. Democo's a pretty good weapon. But no, so, 1, none, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 20 should be fine. And then get the weapons itself. Boneyard. There's a temptation to bring the Boneyard P4 as well. I'll need to remember this place. It sells the good shit. Really? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Just one will do me fine. Expensive. It's a good gun, and I don't blame the cost. It's well worth it. But no, like, the Gallant had a really good, slow firing, but really effective fire, but really effective... Oh god, frames, come on. Come on. Fuck off. There we go. We might actually need that now. I'll probably take that with the... on the outside. there. The stabilizer on the top there. Oh, I need to put the... Right, well, we'll carry this on us, and then when I get to my ship, I'll be able to do the other stuff. The Arbor mining laser actually might be more viable now. You never know. Which is a bit of a shame. No, anyway, so yeah, the Gallon had a really good rate of fire and was really controllable. And I could easily alternate between using the full auto and the burst fire, and it was a solid piece of kit. And that was one of my favorite weapons in Star Citizen until... well, it was my favorite for FPS until they fucked around with it and they made it so that you could only have the 5-round burst. And even then the burst isn't that great. Because it just completely defeats the purpose of the... it completely, like... Yeah, like, it's an alright... I said, now it's just a burst fire weapon, which is alright, but... I don't know, they've tweaked around with it so it doesn't feel right anymore. Like, the 5-round burst felt good. And I think they either reduced the amount of shots per burst or they did something to tweak the damage output, but it just never felt right after they fucked around with it. Or sales. No, we don't do anything like that. We just want to go pop something down. Right. Mining lasers. Is this not? Oh no, there it is. I was gonna say, like, I'm fairly convinced we got the mining laser heads. Lancet. That's the one. 23k. Yeah, that's the good one apparently now. Right, we'll buy that one. See if that one's any better, and then I'll probably do... I won't probably go too crazy with the modules. Pharrell, Focus, Torrent, Hawk, C2, Laser Power. Because this one does have minus laser power, or XDR. So, what, the Vaux? Mining laser power, Riga. I'll have to figure out which one I want to go for. Oh, this one's the inert materials one. Extel. Fuck me, that's really expensive. But 20% inert materials as a passive. I'll get the 6K one. Definitely. That's pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna complain about that. That is actually pretty fucking good. Right. Let's go find ourselves. But yeah, so the Gallant just didn't feel as good after a few patches ago. They just fucked around with it, and now it just doesn't seem to want to work, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know why they decided that they had to change it. The only real sort of thought process I imagine. And to be fair, I can't exactly have a go at them too much because it is something that was noticeable. Was the fact that we had the Gallant full auto was very similar to the Demico, and the Demico is basically what the Gallant should be. Basically, the Demico is an LMG Gallant, pure and simple. Oh, those people are there. Oh, there they weren't. Now they are. I will stare and be concerned. So yeah, the Demico is the weapon that we should have had with the Gallant, but the Gallant obviously was at the time cheaper and could be a lot, required a lot less maintenance, and it was a pretty good gun. So my thought process was, because the Demeco was being outperformed by the Gallant, they were like, we need to do something about this. So rather than have the Gallant, rather than alter the Demeco to make better things, they felt they probably should have just choose something else. So I'm like, okay. Citrus beef, sure. I'm not entirely sure if this is a good one or not. Is this good? It looks alright. To be fair, it's just food. Get some hydration into us. Or not. Away, come back. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I had a feeling. Dump. I do hope 319.1 fixes a few things, because the instability on some things is a bit of a problem. The servers are currently getting the biggest hit, which is really quite sad. But it's really difficult to sort of figure out how best we can do unless we just try and reduce the amount of players on the servers. But that, obviously, an admission that we can't run the servers at this level with the tech is obviously not a good idea. Yeah, you're looking at your... There we go. There we go. Wouldn't exactly say it's been a successful endeavor, but carry one of those little bottles as well. But no, like, it would be pretty cool if we could have, like, some server stability fixes, because it's been quite rough playing Star Citizen when the servers are being this hit badly. I better have a fucking, like, infinitely strong bladder at this point. GG. There we go. Right. Let's get this helmet back on. There we go. And there we go. But yeah, so it's been rough, but yeah, we're getting there. Slowly. Slowly. But still. Now that we've fixed all that stuff up, we should probably now try and make our way over to fixing over... Well, we should probably try and make a way over into the ship and then heading out towards things. So we've actually spent how long recording or streaming? I don't really... 38 minutes. There we go. 38 minutes we spent getting ourselves from A to B, having problems along the way. But hey, it's fun. To be fair, it's a nice little chill. I mean, to be fair, this particular stream is all about the chill. I'd be curious to see how 319.1 is going to run. I'm hoping they fix a majority of the ASOP turret. I think if as long as they fix the ASOP turret systems as well as fixing the server problems. Okay. Why is it in why is it in area 18? Oh, they confiscated it. Of course they have.
Your insurance claim has been set.
Let me think. Well, I don't need this ship to be here. Huh. Lol. I said I don't need the Freelancer Max Well, now it is already on its way, so I suppose
Your
it's a bit too late
insurance
now.
claim has been settled.
5 minutes. 9k. Fuck me. 20 minutes waiting, or do I just risk it for the proverbial biscuit and be like, right, well, when I go mining, I just need to go to... I mean, technically speaking, we need to go here anyway, so I suppose I should just keep this ship here and then get a ship that can get me from A to B. So maybe I should, like, get the Freelancer Miss out. Yeah, I'll do that. So we'll get the Freelancer Max, have it stored here, and then go over to other places so I can get the Prospector out. Yeah, that's good. That works. That kind of sounds like a plan. Because then that way, when I go to transport the ship, I can immediately put it into the Freelancer Miss. Yeah, that works. Let's go mining. It's so good for you. Let's go mining.
Please visit us
Oh,
again.
piss off.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected.
Right.
Stand by.
So we can then, yeah, get ourselves off this rock. Make the sky apple.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
Beautiful.
location.
Hang on, 04.
Please visit us again.
Right. So what we'll do now is, as we're waiting along here, I was actually with a bit two minds as to what I should consider streaming today as well. Here we go. There's the Freelancer Miss. My least favorite of the misses. Well, the Freelancer series. Now, I know that the Freelancer Miss is a, combat vessel. There we go. I know that the Freelancer Miss is a combat vessel with a lot of missile power and all that jazz in the background, and oh, look at all this cool shit, but really, no. Again, the design template of this ship just feels so jank that I just feel it's like, eh. But I will take a free ship. And to be fair, this particular ship is actually standing in for another ship that I'm currently owning at the moment, which I'm very keen on getting very soon. This is, of course, being the A1 Spirit.
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
So yeah, this is the Spirit of the Spirit. Bit of a shit joke for the win there, but hey ho. But yeah, no, what was it? Oh yeah, I can talk about my haul of ships from Invictus launch week, as I have actually earned a fair amount of I've got myself a fair amount of ships. So the first ship, as it were, that I've purchased, that I was really quite excited over, was Aegis Dynamics Vanguard Warden. Yes, that ship. That particular vessel with quite a reputation. I got back into the... I kind of found... I've kind of been finding myself wanting a new ship. One that... well, I've been wanting to get into a ship that allows me to go into sort of relatively powerful combat without so much the issues of losing... without having so much of the problem... Hang on, let me quickly do this, and then I can focus. There we go. So the thing with the problem I've been having with a number of my ships lately is the ships that I'm flying in aren't really best suited for solo flies, and I'm finding myself doing a lot of solo stuff in Star Citizen. So one of the ships I had previously, I've actually melted down some of the ships, and I'm actually sold on and got some other stuff. So some of the ships I've sort of sold down or melted down have one of the ships I sold and melted down was the Redeemer. I also melted down the Nomad. I also melted down my Scorpius or X-Wing Antares, which is a bit... The X-Wing was melted more because I'm like, at the moment, I'm kind of probably going to lean more towards the traditional Scorpius with the turret on the top, because eventually that's going to hopefully be it's going to have a slave turret, which is going to be so much better. I'm hoping that they're going to put a turret. I mean, to be fair, I know it kind of defeats the purpose of the co-pilot, but fuck you, I want my X-wing with extra firepower. Ooh, that's a nice image. I should totally record this. I might as well talk whilst doing it. But yeah, no, so basically the... oh, there we go. So yeah, basically those particular 3 ships, along with removing the paint schemes, which by the by, if you've purchased paint schemes with real money and you've melted down the ship that you had those paint schemes for, don't forget to claim those back. You can actually melt those down and earn yourself a pretty penny, because I actually realized you can actually melt down the ship paint packages. You know, when you purchase a ship and you get the paint on the side, again, you can actually you can melt that down and get yourself some pennies towards that. So I had quite a fair amount of cash from that in terms of store credit, and I just the main reasons in question why I melted down the Reclaimer was because it's a ship that has 2/3 of its firepower gone. Like, you need, in order to have any reasonable level of effectiveness, you need at least 1 to 2 people. And I'm not in a position where I'm constantly playing with friends in Star Citizen. So for me, the Redeemer is a ship that doesn't really get a full level of use. It's a sexy ship, it's a great gunship, but I can't use it. So having realized this, I was like, well, I need to get a better ship. And the ship that, ironically, I left because I played too much time in it, I realized I actually found I've begun to like it more now. Now that I've spent more time with other ships and done some other stuff, I can appreciate the Vanguard Warden far more than I previously used to. And I love it. I really do love it. It's a very good ship. And I very much look forward to doing more missions in it in the future. At the moment, I'm focusing more on a civilian style stuff, but when I get more into the combat mindset again, I'm going to be taking that thing out for a spin, and oh boy. Oh boy, we're going to have some fun. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But going into the Scorpius, well, again, I love the X-Wing. It's a sexy ship, but at the same time, again, it's a ship that requires 2 people, and I'm not so keen on ships that require more than 1 person. So yeah, kind of wanting to just wanting a ship that's more solo intensive for that one. The Nomad was a bit of an interesting quirk, and the thing is, that one was kind of just a bit more simple, if I could ever describe it as simple. That one was quite simply, I don't use it, and it sounds utterly horrible, but it's kind of the truth, because it really is a case of just, I don't use it, and I feel sad, but it's, yeah, I can't really find any other justifiable reason except I don't use it. I mean, to be fair, there are a few other sort of issues I've had with the Nomad. For example, despite it having a very impressive 24 SCUs worth of cargo, it's in a really kind of awkward exterior space. And 24 SCUs worth of cargo is alright so long as you're taking something that's worth 24 SCUs worth of cargo. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless. Also, in terms of firepower, it's actually kind of worse than the cheaper alternative. If you were to have like a comparison fight between the Avenger Titan and the Nomad, because you will have a comparison fight because those two are more or less in the same ballpark, while you would probably find yourself succeeding with cargo missions or cargo style, like if you wanted to take a bit of random cargo with you or loot or what have you, then the Nomad would obviously be a good option for you there. But the problem is, it's like every other benefit that the Avenger Titan has kind of outweighs that. You know, it's like the ship looks like a plane. It handles perfectly well. It has better firepower, better missiles. It has an internal cargo bay with a pretty decent storage solution. You know, it has multiple variants if you want to sort of go into the petty margins here. You know, there are more things about the Avenger Titan that are superior. And like, even when it comes to landing, it's like the Nomad is utilizing alien technology, and its funky design means that it's not as easy to land as other vessels of its type. So you end up having problems getting used to it. It's quite a jarring experience. So for the benefits of having 24 SCUs worth of cargo, which, yeah, 16... was it like, no, about 12 more SCUs worth of cargo. Was it 16? No, it's 12. 12 more SCUs worth of cargo is, you know, a pretty significant advantage. I'll agree, but that's the only real advantage that the Nomad has against the Avenger Titan. Everything else just flows so much better with the Avenger Titan that it's kind of embarrassing. Is that a cutter? No, that's the back of a... I want to say... What is that? Hang on, let me have a look. Oh no, that is a cutter. That was a cutter. Oh lol, I was actually right. Get in. I mean, obviously, there is not much left of said cutter. Really, motherfuckers?
Please proceed to assigned landing.
Bet you it's in front of me. Bet you it's in front of me. No, it's now to another pad to my left, of course. Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. It's fine. Fine. Right. But yeah, like, oh, fuck off. I forgot to put the fucking mining heads on my goddamn ship. Fuck's sake. Let's refill. This would be a good opportunity to refuel my quantum. And then I'll go get the fucking things and come back and then attach them to my prospector. Because we need to change. I mean, we've got the Helix mining head, but the problem is, I think, unfortunately, the... Oh, nice. Right. Right, let's go retrieve my items.
Landing gear up.
There we go. Well, that was a relatively successful landing over there. Right, let's head back over to Mikael 1. I forgot to do that. I mean, that's my bad. That's not the game's fault. That's my own fault. As I fucking came into the goddamn landing space, I realized I didn't have the goddamn mining heads. I'm like, right, because I was thinking to myself, oh, okay, so now I can get the prospector, which doesn't have the mining head. Oh, fuck my life. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do something rather revolutionary. I'm going to change my microphone, because I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee. But unlike where I would previously just say, right, be right back, I'm actually going to take the headset with me. So you're going to see a radical change of audio in like 5 seconds. I apologize in advance for anyone who's just come in and they're about to have their heads blattered off, but I'll be as quick, efficient and effective as possible. I even have a button for it, so we'll have a bit of a talk whilst I'm making myself a cup of coffee. Right. So we now should be on my other microphone. So now we can actually talk and game on the move. Yes, Sonny Jim, we are actually doing things. So there you go. You can actually hear me walking through my home. Bit of a rare behind-the-scenes footage there. Ooh, you can hear the kettle going. Ooh. we're just turning this into some kind of, like, posh person's porn. It's like, oh, he's putting the kettle in the water. Oh, he's put the kettle on. Oh, oh. How saucy. Right. Yeah, we're going to go walking around now. Find myself a mark. But no, like, what was I talking about? Ships. Oh, yes. So, yeah, mainly, lately I've just been kind of focusing on making my, my sort of ships have a particular purpose in mind. So, rather than having a sort of ship which, you know, if on a blue moon I decide to finally have some friends hop alongside, I actually have now the means to be like, right, well, I'm self-sufficient, so I can kind of take care of my own little things, rather than be reliant on a ship that has multiple uses and for multiple people. And as much as I really enjoyed having the Reclaimer and shit like that, again, I'm mainly aiming towards a non-multi-crew mindset at this moment. Later on down the line, once things become more stable, and there's kind of more of an incentive to doing multi-crew gameplay, then I definitely will lean more towards getting ships that have that in mind, and I do have a few ships in mind. Primarily the Mole. I will be honest with you, but, you know, it's alright. I have to admit, my desire for combat has drained dramatically. It's kind of hilarious if you think about it, because, like, obviously the whole point of a space game is to have sort of epic duels in space and combat, and here I am, just, you know, not wanting to go anywhere near that. Not to say that I don't ever want to go into combat, but for, like, the everyday sort of things, I kind of just like having my spaceship simulator where I just fly around, do my own thing, and then kind of chill. You know? Just chill. Such a relaxing space game. And to be fair, Star Citizen, when it does decide it wants to work for more than 10 seconds without a glitch, you find that there are some pretty awesome sights to be had, especially when you're floating amongst some of the rocks, or you've made, you know, you made landfall on a planet you've not been to for quite some time, and you're just staring into the distance. That's a pretty cool feeling. Or one of my personal favorites, when you've one of my personal favorites is when you've you know, you're just minding your own business, completing a mission, and you get, you know, as you're taking off into space, you get this really, really, really beautiful view of the planets. It's a wonderful feeling, and I can only, I find it again quite sad when people start shitting on the game, because it's like, I get where you're coming from. It's a game that isn't fully released. There are some problems, there are some bugs. I'm not going to deny that Star Citizen has earned its fair share of criticism with its persistence, with its business practices and whatnot. But at the same time, the fact that I can see all of this from a ship within, you know, not only can I see the ship, but I can go out into the verse, like into space, have my own spacewalk, is quite an incredible experience. And I've yet to see it in any other game I've played so far. I mean, to be fair, I can't lie. I'm kind of wondering. There's another game called Starfield, which everyone's kind of touting as Bethesda's next big winner. You know, it's like, oh, it's gonna be so good. You can customize the ships and you can build them up from scratch. And I'm like, that's a pretty cool concept. I won't deny about that. But where's the gameplay? Where's the gameplay? And I will laugh my fucking ass off if it goes the way of Elite Dangerous, where they promise so much, and then when they actually come to the point of actually delivering on those promises, well, that's a whole that's a whole different kettle of fish right there. And again, it sounds, yeah, well, again, it's a semi-smug mindset, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like you get so used to hearing the old "it's a scam" routine. It's kind of like you're jaded to it. Anyway, BRB for like a couple of seconds. I just need to go sort something out. And we're back. Right, so I'm going to quickly take a seat. And quickly... Oh. There we go. There we go. We'll be transferring back over to... transferring back over. And we return to the Tonal 777. There we go. We return back to the 777. But no, so yeah, like basically it's all right. Oh, sorry. So basically, yeah, that's the. Yeah. To be fair, that's actually something quite unique amongst Star Citizen players. Is you can actually have players who can fly. Yeah, I've tried. I don't know. Like I've always found like I've got more control when I'm flying with mouse and keyboard than you do with. Where's the entrance way? Oh, it's down there.
Landing gear down. Landing successful.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I trying to get off the ship? Fucking. Sorry, being a bit of a moron today. Apologies. Yeah, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like having a ship where... I like having the... You know, yes, I appreciate the whole joystick thing is pretty cool and all that jazz, but... I don't know, like, I've flown for so long with mouse and keyboard, I just feel more comfortable working with it. Right. Yep. Freelancer miss. So, Arbor. Yep. And... Yep. There we go. Yeah, no, I'd say mouse and keyboard is. To be fair, the good thing about Star Citizen is you can get into any particular sort of scheme for it. You know, you could even go controller, but you know, whether you'd want to, I don't know. But you know, it's not the end of the world. God, I'm gonna need to earn a lot of pennies. I'm struggling to keep cash up here.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear go.
Bajini point. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Let's do the shit all over again. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Do 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 do. Bajini point. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you, computer. I know you can do it. Come on, game. Come on, game. Don't crash on me now. I will... Please don't. Really don't. Don't do this to me, game. Don't do this whole... I worked once when you forget to do the thing, and now that you're doing it for the second time, now I decide I'm gonna stop working. After you've spent a shitload of cash, after you've got the stuff in. Don't do this to me now. Please don't. Please. I've had a bad week already. I don't need this on my plate. Let's wait it out. You know how this game likes to act. I'm hearing the music. Right, thank the fucking Emperor. Jesus Christ. Stop teasing me like that, game. I don't care if I can see the space going through my ship. I just don't... I want to know just my ship is fine. Yes, stay in the seat. Made that mistake with a Carrack. But yeah. What else was I saying? I like how I've spent pretty much the majority of this stream just getting over there. So really, I should be like earning my transporting marks. I've been live for over an hour and 10 minutes, and we've just been doing this. I need to re-strategize my streams, actually. I probably need to set up prep work, which you'd think I wouldn't need to do with Star Citizen, but hey. Then again, I just need to rob a bank and like get a stupidly good computer with a stupidly good... Like, I'm talking we need to go to NASA, break into one of their facilities, steal their computers, and then move on. I think that's how it's going to go now. Do you want to play Star Citizen? Yep, then get ready to spend your life in prison for this computer. Because it's well worth it. I'm like, mm-hmm. Oh, well. I mean, the thing is, I know that probably if I can get myself a decent cooler, because at the moment I'm struggling with the cooling system, because the fucking cooling system I had previously isn't good enough. So if I can get myself a decent-ish fan, I just need to get round to getting the damn thing, replacing the thermal paste, and then going into the nearest, then being able to do that, because I reckon that's going to be a thing. And then, of course, is the issue of the game itself being kind of unstable. There's not much I can do about that, sadly. But again, it is actually quite decent. Frame-wise, there is an improvement. I don't think I could have streamed Star Citizen at the rate that I'm streaming at without some serious performance hits. So as much as I'm bitching and moaning about the fact that I can't stream it perfectly with the game being reliable, that's not on me. It's not entirely my computer that's struggling. It's unfortunately... Right. So... So actually, we're talking about streams and stuff. I probably should talk about what I'm going to be doing for the future, because obviously one of the big sort of things that I was doing in streaming, which was the Guild Wars 2 progress to 1%, progress to the End of Dragons, is obviously all done and dusted, and now I'm in a position where I can continue the story. But I did state that I was going to be doing it. I was going to be going off to doing Living World Season 1, and that is still the plan. I am still going to be doing Living World Season 1. The other thing that I was planning on doing, and I'll be honest with you, I'm sort of working my mental capacity up for doing, is doing the chase for the Sky Scale, which, for anyone who doesn't know, the Sky Scale in Star Citizen is basically a flyable mount, which is supposedly a really fucking good mount. Like, holy shit, is it a good mount? And I can't... Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. I fully want the mount. I know for a fact that I want the mount. But the problem is, it's quite a process to getting the mount. And what's worse is it's one of those things that when you look at the list of what you need to do, it does require quite some time. So it's going to be one of those things I'm going to probably mix around the... Wait, what? Is that an Idris? Wait, is that a javelin? What the... I'm sorry, what? You Ineve. Right, well, what can I replace? Come on. That's a fucking javelin! What the fuck? Since what? Wait, Invictus launch week's over. Why do we have javelins around all of a sudden? And is that another javelin? What the actual fuck? Why do we have two javelins inside Bajini Point? I mean... It's cool. It's very cool. But I'm really confused as to why we have two javelins. Because bearing in mind, a javelin's a destroyer. It's quite a big, powerful ship. And, you know, those things are pretty expensive. So the fact that we've got two bloody javelins is kind of... yeah, it's an interesting development, to say the least. I mean, when the fuckers have got Psi 7 guns on the side of their fucking ships, and they've got multiple Psi 7 guns, yeah. It's a little bit of a thing. Right. Anyway, like I was saying before, my brain was stunned at the vehicles at Bajini Point. So, yeah, no, in relation to the chase for the sky scale,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
it's definitely a case of I'm probably gonna it's probably gonna be a case of there's gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna be doing inside a live stream, and there's gonna be some stuff I'm gonna be doing offside a live stream, because there's actually quite a few processes to getting the sky scale. Like, it's actually quite an in-depth process. Like, it's actually quite a... Well, it's quite an involved process to getting the sky scale. And as such, getting said sky scale is going to be a bit of a bitch in terms of what, you know, there's loads of challenges you need to do. You have to do certain sort of things. There's, like, mission templates and whatnot. And, like, the list for getting the sky scale is fucking massive. In fact, what I'll do is I'll transfer the items from my ship to the inventory of the station, and then I'm going to actually show you what I mean by the list being extensive. So, right, let me just quickly pop into this thing here, because I've successfully made a trip and it's not gone to shit. So I am ecstatic. Oh, I apparently also have a suit and a beacon suit. Oh, wait. Was this because oh, okay. The game was trying to do something, but I didn't let it happen to me. I glitched out, and it kind of helped me for once, which is quite nice. Yeah, let me get off this thing. Then I'll do the thing. There we go. Good. Very good. Yeah, so, holy shit. Sorry, I'm just relieved at the fact that I've been able to land the ship and it all went to plan. Yeah, you know, yeah, it does look bad, but yeah, it's like when the game works and nothing goes wrong, and every Star Citizen player is like, "Where's the bug?" Like, to be fair, that's probably going to become a bit of a meme when they go into the beta fixing and, like, everything's working, and everyone's like, "Something's wrong," and then everyone's like, "What do you mean?" And someone just goes, "Everything's working," and everyone just goes, "Holy shit, mate, you all right?" Someone has to randomly go stand on a fucking, yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. It's fine. I'm definitely going to hop into another server then, just because I feel like I've pushed my luck with this one so far. Right, what do I want to do? Vehicle loadout manager. Head over to the Prospector. Right, remove that module. Swap that out for the Lancet. I only have room for one, so I'll probably go with a filtered one. Oh, 85% though. Oh, XTR module. -5. We'll go with that one. So, save changes and approve. Right, so that's that one sorted, so we now got that. The paint scheme, I forgot to put the paints on that, so that's fine. Everything else seems to be working quite nicely. So I'm going to roll on into another server whilst we are... I'm just going to hop out of the game and then get that list. Because holy shit, there is a lot to get in that list. Which, you know, not exactly the end of the world here, but I'll quickly get that list for you guys. Oh shit, I need to probably have the display thing, don't I? Yeah, shit. Display screen. Have anything compromising? No, I don't. Display capture, automatic. No. There we go. Right, there we go. So, yes. Guild Wars 2 Sky Scale Guide. Right. So there's actually there's a guide on Meta Battle, which I'm just gonna quickly. It's like one of the websites. So here is the guide to getting the Sky Scale. Right now, I've got the Newborn Sky Scales mission set up. Right, Do you realize? Yeah, so I'm using this particular thing, and I've got the flux missile and everything else. Right, so I'm at this stage, right? Starting out. Go to Goric, receive a message, we'll start the quest that will eventually, unlock the scales. I'm going to just scroll down the list of what I need to do in order to get the sky scale. Still going. Still going. Still going. Yep. Yep. Still going. Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum 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 bada bum bada bum. And there you go. Yeah, there it is. Completing a lesson in flying and unlocking Sky Scale Flight, the final collection required to unlock the Sky Scale. Look at the fucking size of the list I have to fucking do. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. The amount of shit I have to do in order to get to the fucking thing. So, this is the reason why I'm mentally preparing myself for this challenge. Because, dear God Emperor, it's gonna be a rough day. Just, ooh. Just ooh. Just ooh. Anyway, so, I'm gonna go EU this time. Fuck it. See what happens. So, yes, we've got ourselves a bit of a conundrum in that regard. In terms of, live streaming. What I'm going to do first, though, is I am going to complete the Living World Season 1, because, first of all, that doesn't require a sky scale to complete, and second, it was something that I've always wanted to see, because, obviously, having never played through the Season 1 when it was live, and then missing out and only playing Season 2, having my first introduction to the characters being at Season 2, I did actually want to experience the first proper time going through all of that. So it's a bit of a shame that we have to go through it this way, but at the same time I'm also I do want to experience the wonders of Lion's Arch, the wonders of being introduced to Casimir, Brannon, Timey. Oh god, fucking protect that smile at all costs. There was good shit. There was some good shit. To be fair, it reminded me of My Hero Academia. Completely random, admittedly, but yeah, I was I have a Crunchyroll subscription, and I had been watching My Hero Academia pretty much episode by episode release, and it was just at one point I stopped watching because I was like, okay, I need to kind of focus on some other stuff and I'll get back to it, and then I left it for about 2-ish, maybe 3 years. Oops. And that happened and continued, and I'm just gonna there's other shit I need to deal with as well. There's fucking what is it? I also need to God, I need to catch up with One Piece as well. Christ. I need to finish fucking One Piece. I never quite finished One Piece. Right. So, shall we do this? To be fair, I'm half tempted to make a part 2 live stream tomorrow, rather than doing an upload. Or I might do an upload already. I might render some stuff overnight and then do an upload, and then go into the then just do a live stream as well, just as a kind of what is that? Oh, it looks like some broken glass. Huh, intriguing. Right, now the question is, do we have the means? Well, we have the means, but right, I'm gonna drop off the Gallant, because I do love the Gallant and I don't want to have that gun missing. So I will leave the Gallant behind, along with the... Well, I've got the mags and everything there, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Gives me some weapons to work with. Yeah, that works.
With this illegal production facility. As outlined, the hope is that you'll be able to secure the site and confiscate any contraband you find for delivery to our evidence hold. Now, these so-called criminal geniuses have managed to automate a lot of production, so it's unclear how long they'll be manufacturing product for, or how many outlaws will be on site, but I'd go in ready to face some serious resistance. Could get pretty nasty. I'm sure you'll be fine, though. I'll check in on you later.
Sorry, I've never heard someone so monotone. Like, I've never heard someone have the ability to say so much without raising an octave. There is nothing more important in this world than for you to complete this mission. I cannot stress the importance of you completing your task in a timely manner. I honest to God hope that we all can be as lucky and as brave as you, sir. It's like, good God, man. You are a human, not a robot. Stop doing such a good job of being a robot. In your hands. No. In your hands. 1, 2, 3. Fuck it. We are fucked. Oh, the ASOP problem's been quite bad. They really need to add more ASOP terminals to these places. Just 4 doesn't quite cut it. Right, let's see if we can hop into another. I might, to be fair, I might, for the remaining, like, half hour of this stream, just hop onto Guild Wars 2 for a bit. Just because I feel like we're pushing the bounds of what I feel comfortable with Star Citizen. Like, I've done so much with Star Citizen, and now the game's, like, tearing itself apart, and I'm like, So, I might hop on Guild Wars 2. I've been talking about Guild Wars 2 a little bit too much, and now I'm kind of like, I kind of fancy playing a bit of Guild Wars 2. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a really cool thing, which is turn the display back on. I'm going to get another web page. This is where it gets revolutionary. I'm going to change a few things. Right, I'm going to go back to that sky scale guide. Whoop! And I'm going to adjust the stream title. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, we can't. Fuck. We can't really change, can we? You know what? Nah. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna try and stick it out. We'll try and see if we can do... I think if we're gonna do something, we can't really... With half an hour left, I'm not gonna have a huge amount of time. I swap around. What I might do, if you bear with, I'm gonna quickly end the stream. But then we're going to come back up into another stream where for about half an hour we're going to do some Guild Wars 2 stuff. So be right back, and we'll see. We'll see what we can do. So be right back, and I'll wrap the stream up for a second, and then we're going to come back, and I'll be playing a tiny bit of Guild Wars.